once you've got them all, place them on there, near the...
Hello.
Now you see the one.
They're charming, aren't they? Or if they're not, they jolly soon ought to be, because they're students at a London charm school, and they're paying 25 guineas for a course which should buy them a little extra charm.
Now, girls, I'd like you to sit down, please. I just want to see how you sit. Now, that is wrong, you see, to start with. You must, when you sit, get well to the back of the chair. Get your hips really at the back. You see, that will support the spine, and then, of course, feet nicely crossed.
Can I interrupt your lesson just a minute?
Yes.
Now, Mrs Astelle, you're one of the instructresses here at this charm school.
That's right, yes.
How do you teach charm?
Well, that is rather a difficult question. I think that charm develops gradually, and I think we really start trying to improve the pupil's appearance. I think as soon as we get them conscious that they're wrong in everything that they do, that is with their makeup and their hair, and as soon as we start getting them right, then I think charm begins to, develop.
What qualifications, Mrs Astelle, does one need to teach other people to be charming?
Well, infinite patience to start with. I think that's the first thing that really matters. Well, it's a little difficult. You've got to know your job, of course. I think I've been blessed with a good deportment and good carriage. And I think by example, by getting up and demonstrating the various methods of walking, I think helps the pupils quite considerably.
You think a natural charm really can be acquired?
Oh, yes, I do.
It can be laid on from the outside?
I think so. If a pupil is really tries hard and really takes in what we try to teach them.
But isn't charm, interrupting you if I may, isn't charm a question of sincerity and serenity and grace?
Yes, but you only get that, I think, if you are at peace with yourself. And I think if you were to enter a restaurant feeling that you weren't dressed right for the moment, immediately something comes over a woman. You see, she knows she's wrong, and then everything goes to pieces.
Now, are you sitting the way that a charming girl should sit?
I think so. I've got my ankles tucked well together, and my knees together, and I'm sitting up straight. I think it's the way I'm taught.
Now, why did you start a charm course anyway? Why do you feel you need to be taught?
Well, it was to give confidence mainly, and also the fact that I had a year to spare before I go to university, and I hoped to get a little bit of extra something.
How do you define charm? What is it?
It's a naturalness, I think.
Can you learn a naturalness at a 25 guinea course?
You can't learn, but it gives you sufficient confidence to be able to put charm over, I think.
And how do you put it over?
I don't know, I'm still learning.
When have you finished your course? How long will it take?
Another week, and then I finish.
Has anybody noticed any difference in you?
Yes, once or twice, definitely.
And what had you done that made people notice it?
I wish I knew. If I'd known, I wouldn't have had to come here.
Now, you have taken this charm course, Mrs Pierce-Smith.
Yes, I have. Yes, just over a year ago.
And what did you learn from it?
All sorts of things. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've learned dress sense, makeup, how to develop one's personality, gauge social etiquette. I feel absolutely self-confident, relaxed.
What was your personality like before you took the course, Mrs Pierce-Smith?
I'm afraid rather negative. I had got into a rut, you know. My husband had been made a director, and suddenly I found that I had to do an awful lot of entertaining. We were entertained an awful lot, and I got a little bit frightened.
What were you doing wrong?
I don't know that I was doing anything wrong, really, but I was just unsure of myself. I had lost my self-confidence.
What do you think charm is, Mrs Pierce-Smith? How would you define it?
Well, I think charm, like personality, it's a very difficult thing to define. There are so many facets.
What have you got now that you didn't have before?
Oh, confidence, I think. I think with charm, it's the ability to put one's own personality over, to make people feel at home and at ease with you, as you are with them.
How do you know when someone hasn't got charm? Can you tell?
Oh, I think everyone can, don't you?
How?
Oh, it's just a little feeling of stiffness. They're a little unnatural, a trifle strained.
This word charm can have a certain artificial and bogus ring about it. I'm thinking of the charm of the press agent, that sort of thing. Now, and there's that phrase, turning on the charm.
Yes, well, I don't know about turning on charm. I think it's something that should come from within one.
And how does a course make it come from within?
Well, I think basically because they concentrate on all your good points and bring them out, and somehow you feel more confident. It gives you an inner sort of glow or warmth or something, and if you like people especially, it,
You feel more confident?
Yes, I think so.
Mrs. Leeson, you've taken this charm course and passed out on it.
Yes.
So now you're charming.
Thank you. But I think it's entirely due to the training that I've had at the school, the charm school that I've taken.
What were you doing wrong, Mrs. Leeson, before you took your charm course?
I'd let myself go. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I was devoting myself to my home child and forgetting that I was a person, an individual, that really needed to help my family and be interested in social surroundings myself.
But surely charm is a little deeper than grooming, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it necessarily it's deeper than grooming, but if you know how to, you're not nervous of meeting people, and you're relaxed and you can enjoy company of people, then I think that your charm can develop, if you have any.
Have your friends noticed any difference?
Oh, yes, I'm the envy of my little circle that think that I should have taken such a bold step, which indeed it was. But now I think they're all waiting for their children to be a little older and to do the same thing. And I think when you're middle-aged and you begin to feel you're slipping back, you do need that help, which the charm school can give you.
Well, some of us are born with charm, some of us try and buy it, and the rest of us just struggle on. Good night.